One of the largest areas of confusion is the difference between full spectrum and broad spectrum oil. Full spectrum hemp oil is the first extraction from industrial hemp. It can be bottled and sold, and it has 0.3% THC. It has all the cannabinoids and terpenes, and nothing's been removed. Broad spectrum oil is full spectrum oil that's been put through chromatography, which is a very expensive, very time-consuming process, and it removes 100% of the THC. Some companies are marketing their full spectrum oil and calling it broad spectrum. A company in particular has been educating their retailers that they are a broad spectrum oil. What some of the employees didn't notice was that the bottle is labeled as a full spectrum hemp oil. The COA is a full spectrum hemp oil, but all the shelf talkers and all of the brochures say broad spectrum. I'm not saying it's the manufacturer's fault. Like I said, there's a lot of confusion in the marketplace. That oil could have been sold to this manufacturer as a broad spectrum oil. They may very well believe that it is a broad spectrum oil and not a full spectrum. There are also companies that are marketing their full spectrum oil and claiming that it's THC free. And there's absolutely no such thing. Full spectrum oil contains THC. So when I shared with you in the first video how Rover's Pet came about and the company that we've partnered with that made the product and made sure that it was THC free for PTSD patients, for military, for doctors and nurses that could not have THC in their system, you can understand why the broad spectrum chromatography perfecting was so important. And that's why it was so important for us to wait until that technology was completely perfected before we put out broad spectrum oil. We knew that there was something to be said about the entourage effect and the additional terpenes and cannabinoids working synergistically together to give you a stronger effect for those of you that have the need for a stronger product. We knew that it was important, but we just didn't feel comfortable taking it to market until we knew that all of the THC was removed. So if you have any questions, again, go ahead and reach out to us on the Contact Us form, and we'll be happy to get back to you and answer any questions that you might have about this topic.